Most of us have been taught or know about long-term memory, short-term memory. Basic concept. Working memory is different. Working memory is this amazing delivery system from our memory bank, from our library, into our now. It delivers to us what we need, and this is key, at the time we need it. Ball goes across the street, I'm booking after the ball, my working memory goes, whoop, check for cars. Sometimes it saves our life, right? Math class, okay, I'm in math class. Oh, right, got math homework, I gotta hand that in, okay. I'm going to school. What am I gonna write with? Oh, right, I gotta have a pencil. Working memory. It's delivering that information when we need it. With our neurodiverse students, we don't have that luxury. Our brain betrays us like all the time and just does not deliver to our now what we need right now. Maybe it's because it's got too many gears going at the same time and it's processing what's going on. I don't know, but it just doesn't. And honestly, as a parent, and I know this sounds really negative, I don't like to be negative, just think of it as they just don't have a working memory. Just assume there's just not a working memory. They are just not going to remember. Think of ADHDers and unique learners as having a now memory. When I have a kiddo come into my office and I go, hey, how's it going? And they go, it's going good, yeah. I'm like, yeah, how's school going? They go like this, they kind of like think for a second, because it's really hard for ADHDers to think outside of the now. Yeah, pretty good, yeah. And then their parent goes, you were called into the office just this morning, and I had to come in and have a meeting, and they go, oh yeah, it was just not in there now. I know when I ask that question, how's it going, I'm really gonna get the answer, what's in your now. So think of it as a now memory. When you ask your kid to look back into their memory, they're going to tell you what is in their now. I have to say that this picture's kind of dreary. It really gets my point across, but it's kind of a dreary, sad, cold, lonely sort of picture, dark picture. And that's sort of true for us when we get nailed for not remembering. You clearly don't care, right? It has nothing to do with not caring, zero. It has everything to do with just our brain's process and all kinds of stuff. This is the bummer part of it, and it does feel lonely because kids cannot explain that to you. They do not have the insight and self-awareness yet because it just hasn't developed in their brain yet. So it's more of a beautiful place. It's not for some of us. It's a little bit like this, a little bit like this. When they are there and their thought floating, how do you get hand in your homework? At the time that you need it handed in, right? At the time that they need that. And that little sticky note that's on the outside of their binder, inside their backpack, is not telling them hand in your homework at the time they need it. The good news, I found the secret sauce! I know how to fix this problem. Mostly through trial and error my whole life. Okay, so how do we get into their now memory? What needs to be in their now memory at the time? Key, at the time. What is in their eyes is in their head. It's got to get in front of their eyes at the time that they need to remember it. When they walked into math class, did they have anything in front of their eyes to cue them to hand in the homework? Then of course they didn't hand in the homework. They have not working memory. So many kids come in and go, I really need to stress about it. I'm really just not stressed enough about this class. Stress means they're obsessing over it. Half the day they're going hand in their math homework, hand in math, 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 hand in math. They're keeping it in there now. That's how we ADHD adults learn to survive. We shove into our now the things that we need to make sure we remember, and we obsess over it and stress over it and get heart disease and hypertension and anxiety and bad dreams and can't sleep and things like that. It's not healthy. It's how we survive. We've got to find a different way. And this is part of what I'm